it's more of an advantage for me, to be honest. But one thing for sure that I actually observe, okay, if I were to reflect right now, would be, because my co-founder is a male, you see. So especially when a male is more, more, I would say like louder or more, talk, like aggressive or, in sense, they tend to be termed as better leaders, I would say. But when a woman does it, it becomes a little bit more like, okay, is she being more emotional, that kind of feel. And I think it's really about the balance of creating that respect, right?
As much as we get outraged over people saying, oh, females are seen as less capable when they're setting up families, until men can have kids, physically and biologically, that's not going to change. But I think that's where more support actually needs to come in, right? If you want these female founders to succeed, you know that they also have dreams. Nobody ever asks a man, oh, is it going to take away from your job if you have to take care of children? Nobody asks that.
I would say it depends on the industry. Again, so like in tech, you see more women being assumed that they are not engineers. Or for example, my co-founder and I, he's a guy, and when we speak with investors or strangers together, they will assume, hey, he's the tech one, and I do everything else, which isn't true. So even in other countries, like when I was based in Silicon Valley for a couple months, it's just the assumptions in tech and the industry is pretty much the same.
Very often women are especially in tech, women are seen as your business is not your first priority. And because women, it's a passion project. You started the business is not because you want to run a business, be a business owner, it's a passion project. And your husband, your kids, or other aspect of your life, well, one day take over the business, that's why we can't invest in you. Therefore, we will remind ourselves, especially as women, that you have to, when you enter the room, there are certain hypotheses already done for you. You are already stereotyped. Therefore, you can't be complacent regardless how successful you are. Therefore, you have to, you will always be in the under observation, and you will always be reminded that you have to fight harder than everyone else. Also, harder than every other woman to be successful.
I personally feel like a woman's strength is how they connect with people, right? The genuineness, and not like men doesn't have it, they do have it. So I think that has really helped me a lot with connecting at an individual level, talking to my team members and getting them to trust me and working together. So it's very collaborative in a sense, and I think that has really helped me a lot by leveraging who I am,
Surprised. I think even less money goes to women of color. So I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of hidden biases for sure, but I think also it relates to how women are generally more afraid to ask for pay raise or to ask for equitable salary as compared to their male counterparts at work. It's just the way that we are taught. I think there's a lot of it that is changing today. When you're told that as a woman you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, or you're just not going to be as good as whoever, I think especially so in Asian culture, really doesn't help, but that is changing.
We need to understand how many women are asked for VC fundings. I know and I coach a lot of female founders. They are already profitable at the beginning. They don't want to have VC funding. They don't want anyone to own a percentage of their business. So they seek for angel investment. Zazazu, we had first round is angel investment. I went for VCs and then thought, okay, maybe it's time for us to gain more tractions, and now I can pitch to VC. After certain narrative, I understood VC are looking for different KPIs, which often female-driven business, because we are more into the sustainable growth, which means a much flatter curve than many tech startups driven by men, because they want to have growth or growth. Some of them have more losses than revenue, but VC want to have this kind of growth. And female-driven business often don't have that KPI and they don't want to fulfill that KPI as well. So I think that data is a bit skewed, but of course there is the narrative that many women, they go out and they want to seek for VC fundings, and because there are so few general partners and limited partners in the VC world, the problem that women try to solve, especially in our industry, femtech, men on the other side simply can't relate. And the women on this side, so the startup, the female founders, they don't speak the language that men speak as well. So definitely, if we bring more women into the VC world, I think it will definitely change the landscape. But also not if more female founders are, I would say, more brave or braver, brave enough to pitch to VCs as well when they see more female faces, and this number will definitely go up.
So what I would say to a young woman or man or whoever dreaming of starting your own company is to just do it, because what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, just do it. You're not alone. There's such a big community of female founders that you can tap on, that you can get support with, and if you ask, they will always be there to help. It's all about asking. So and anything that you do, you just need to be very conscious towards it. Okay, that just because you're a female doesn't mean that you're disadvantaged, but you're more advantageous, and you just have to make use of it.
I would like to see more women who step up and be like, I can make a difference, I can make a change, I can own this role. I would like for them to maybe not ask the question of, can I do this? But rather, can I do this? Yes, I can, because I have this community around me, because I have these people supporting me, and I believe in my own strengths. And there are a lot of other things that fulfill me rather than just ABC. It's worth to go out there and adventure and explore. Be brave enough to do that and feel safe enough to do that.
I think it's one thing I learned working with women is that if you want to get things done, you hire a woman. And if you want to get everything done, you hire a woman. The capability of a mom, what women can do, what the hurdles a woman has gone through from menstrual health, pre-pregnancy, during pregnancy, post-pregnancy, doing all the amazing things, project manager for the house, project manager for the company, being just everything, 1,000 hands. If you really want to get shit done, you hire a mom.